Hi, welcome to Cooking with Corin. I've been craving stuffed peppers, bell peppers. You start, right? Because otherwise you'll have to go out to eat, and I don't like going out to eat all the time. So I've got my new cookware here, and it's non-stick. That means it's not non-stick. Stainless steel, that's what it is. It's stainless steel. And the best way to clean stainless steel, by the way, is white distilled vinegar. And it doesn't take very long soaking. You just soak it in the bottom a little, take the sponge, that side of it, with the vinegar, and it comes out absolutely immaculate. It comes out immaculate. So let's make sure no dust got in there while I was doing that. All right. 4 cups of water, about 4 to 6 cups of water here, boil. And then we are going to add, now I don't want to put butter because this is going inside the pepper. I guess that would be okay. And it says and salt, so they're both optional. So it's 1 cup of rice for every 1 3/4 cup of water. Bring it to a boil and then reduce heat. And then simmer. And what I love about my new cookware is these covers have a little breathing hole, so you don't have to like slant the top. You can just stick it on there and the excess steam will just shoot up. So great. So what's the expression? A watched pot doesn't boil. Okay. All right. So as soon as that boils, we shall add the rice. I'm going to add sea salt. Probably definitely maybe about a half a teaspoon. And in this case, that's about 10 shakes. And it says to add butter. Let's add a little bit of butter. I don't know, a 1/4 inch slice here. And as soon as that boils, we're going to add the rice. Okay, I'm back. The water's boiling and I'm ready to add the rice. I'm going to eye it as usual. I don't really use measuring cups, although I have them. I do have them. See? But I don't really use them because it's not that important. It's not that important if you put like 20 extra grains of rice or, okay. It all goes into the same place, right? So now we're gonna eye about, let's see, I have 2 really big bell peppers to stuff. I want at least a cup each, so I'll do 3 cups so I make sure I have enough. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. All right, that's about 3 cups. Mix that together a little bit. And bring it to a boil. And this is where my spoon goes. If you don't believe me. Bring that to boil and then we're gonna simmer it. And while that's simmering, I'm going to get the vegetables out of the refrigerator. Okay, I got the vegetables. And let me show you what we have here. We have 1 very fat, juicy green bell pepper. And we have another slightly smaller, but still fat, red bell pepper. We have another pepper. Peppers come in all shapes and sizes. Isn't that exciting? This one won't be stuffed. This one will be sliced in our mixture. And we have a nice tomato, a nice juicy tomato, hopefully. Some onion that we'll be slicing, 2 garlic cloves, and a little bit of ginger. Okay, let's start with this little teeny piece of ginger. We just want to slice the skin off of it. So let's just gently slice away the skin off the edges. And now we'll chop it. we're going to chop it. Okay? So we shall chop, chop, chop that little piece of ginger because we don't want to bite into pieces of ginger. We just want it to flavor our mixture. So our mixture will be all these vegetables and ground meat. So we'll get those in nice tiny little inconspicuous little pieces. And they'll melt right into the mixture. Okay, now we shall do, by the way, I washed all these with a hot stream of hot water. So now we should get our pepper and we shall give it a little bit of slices also. Let's give it little teeny slices so they'll just blend in with the ground beef. Oh, does that smell fresh? Let's get about 10 or 15 little discs. Actually, that's enough. It's starting to smell pretty spicy. About 10. Alrighty. Great. Now let's cut up the tomato. So I'll just take that little piece out with my knife. Instead of slicing a whole thing off, I'll just cut that little piece out. Great. And now I want them to be sort of stringy, my slices of tomato. I want them to sort of like string along into the mixture. So I'm going to cut them in slices first. Oh, that is juicy. Nice thin slices so I can make them stringy. Now I'll save that for my salad for later. Actually, I have a whole nother one. Let me get some more. I want a nice tomato-ish base. Okay, that should be enough. So now I'm just gonna slice these so they string. And when they melt, they'll appear to be nice, like a strip of tomato, sort of blending in. Great. Okay. Now the dreaded cutting of the garlic. Let me show you a really easy way to cut garlic in case you don't know. So I'm going to cut off the actual stem right there without wasting too much meat, just right at the edge. See? And it pulled the skin off. So this actually should peel right out. See? That peeled right out. We got lucky. Even though this is a new garlic, it still has that little stem on it, so it grew out of there. That's what happens. I'm gonna slice that off. Okay. Now let's see if we'll get lucky with this second clove here. So I'm gonna cut the little stem off, and hopefully my knife will like grab. Yes, it did. So you gotta like angle the knife and pull down, and it pulled it right off. Just like that, pulled it right off. That means the oven has heated nicely and it's getting ready for the peppers. So we better get moving here. So we have to cut that little piece off right there because I don't like that. Whatever that is, it's a growth. Okay, now I'm gonna slice these into little slices so they're also very inconspicuous. And they'll flavor the hamburger meat so wonderfully. Okay. That's great. Now the onion. Hamburger meat is wonderful when you season it with onion. Don't you agree? So let's go ahead and make sure we get plenty of onion here. Also, we want it to be in little chunks. So let's go ahead and cut a few slices off. I'm not even going to bother peeling the onion. Okay, that should be enough for good flavor. Let me cut away this excess skin here so I could store the onion away. If you leave the skin on in the refrigerator, it will keep it fresher. Okay. That's good. Now let's cut these onion pieces up. Let's chop them up into little pieces. Sometimes I cut onion into big pieces, depends on what I'm making. But we're making stuffed bell pepper. So I want everything to be sort of sliced up nicely. Okay. That's wonderful. Now, where are we? Look at this bad boy. So all I want to do is take out the top. Take out the top so I could stuff it. So I'm just going to take my knife and carve out the top. I don't want to cut any bell pepper meat. Doesn't matter if you cut it a little, but I don't want to cut it out. We want to eat the bell pepper. So I just want to take the top off. There we go. Like that. And it's okay to leave whatever's in there. There's seeds and stuff. That's actually the seeds that flavor the pepper. So we did that one. Now we can do the next one. We just want to cut the top off, sort of like a hat. We just want to take the hat off. All right. And there's enough seeds in there also to keep the flavoring. All right, wonderful. So that's what we have. That's what we have so far. And we're gonna go ahead and get the meat out. Okay, here we go. I use vegetable oil when I cook hamburger meat, about a tablespoon. Let the pan get nice and hot. Once the pan gets hot, we can add in our fresh vegetables that we cut up. Let that saute for a few minutes. All right. I could eat that just like it is. That smells like fajitas right there. Okay. Now I'm trying to figure out if I want to put all that meat in. I guess that would be okay. Yeah, that would be okay because whatever I can't stuff into the pepper, I could just save for a different meal of some sort. The oven was preheated to 350. So I have a nice hot pan here with hot aluminum foil. And now I am just going to place the peppers right on top of the foil. Okay, and here they are. They're ready to go in. Now, as long as those are right side up, we're fine. I'm just cooking that hamburger meat a little more so I can put it away. And that's it. I'll show you the finished product in about an hour and a half. Yummy, yum, yum, yum. Who's hungry? I can smell it and it's done. Woo! Beautiful, huh? I'm ready to eat. Love you. It's gonna be so good. Let's take a bite. Mmm.